Assalamu alaikum. Written by Jalil Afridi. Washington, D.C. Beside the embarrassment faced by the administration under U.S. President Joe Biden for the way it withdrew from Afghanistan, where people were hanging from running U.S. Air Force planes, another reckless move to gain public sympathy was to bring along over 100,000 Afghans to the U.S. without sufficient background checks. President Joe Biden's administration did this move to show the world that the U.S. does not leave its partners behind. Some of the Afghans are said to be translators and some of them are said to be informers or soldiers, working with the U.S. officials in Afghanistan. There are also said to be those evacuated Afghans who were already U.S. citizens before they were taken to Afghanistan, for one job or another. These Afghans Americans are also said to have made the most profits in last 20 years and to avoid U.S. tax authorities. Their money is mostly stashed in Middle Eastern bank accounts, especially the UAE. The need for Pashto translators was so high at one point that several Pakistani Pashto speakers, who were U.S. citizens, were also taken to U.S. military bases in Afghanistan to work along the U.S. military. Those translators not only made extra good money but they also didn't have to pay taxes for those years. According to one such Pakistani who worked with the U.S. forces at Bagram Air Base stated that, "Now whenever I go to Peshawar in Pakistan, I feel a little scared thinking maybe an Afghan Talib will recognize me." Yesterday, the Frontier Post asked Matthew Miller, the spokesperson for U.S. State Department, about the number of Afghans who are brought to the U.S. are being detained, or their immigration cases are being reconsidered. Matthew Miller replied by stating that anybody who arrives in the U.S. falls under the domain of the Department of Homeland Security, and that they should be contacted for any further details. The U.S. State Department has very easily shifted the burden on Department of Homeland Security, but Washington, D.C.-based journalists say that State Department cannot so easily exonerate themselves from this whole episode. The Frontier Post has contacted the Department of Homeland Security and to find out about the number of those cases related to those Afghans who are detained or their immigration cases being reconsidered. After response from DHS, this story will be updated accordingly.